I'm going to be showing you the fastest way to complete Cayo Perico solo with no glitches. Yes, I am aware there is a way you can get gold in the compound. If you do want me to make a video about how to get the gold, just let me know and I'll do it. But this is going to be for people that want to play this completely legit and learn how to do the fastest possible setups and finale solo. If this video goes on to help you, make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like. Let's get right into the video. So to get started, it doesn't matter where you are on the map. Come to this screen in your Casaca, spend $100,000, which is such a pain, and gather the intel. Now obviously go to your map, see where you have to go, and spawn your Casaca as close as possible. To do this, you want to come to this chair and sit down. Now if you've never done this before, it's going to cost you $10,000. So you don't have to do it. If you have done it before, it's only going to cost you $2,000 to get as close as possible. Once you get there, you definitely want to be using your Sparrow. If you don't own a Sparrow, you need to get a Sparrow. Definitely invest in one of these. It's going to save you a lot of time. If you don't have one, you have to use a dinghy until you get to shore and then call in a personal vehicle. That is a very long way to get there, but that's the only way. Now there's no way of really speeding this part up. This part, it sucks. It is what it is. We all know it sucks. But yeah, getting this plane, flying it is what you have to do next. So after a very painful flight to the island, first thing you want to do is actually turn around, come into this hangar right here and scope out what you've got. In my case, I've got cash and some green stuff, and then if you check up here as well, I've got cash again. So if you're not entirely happy with that, you can scope out across the road as well, which I'll show you right now. And I've got nothing here. That is very rare, but yeah, normally something that spawns there for you. It didn't for me. The next tip is to go over here and collect this motorbike and just follow the exact path which I take. It's the fastest route you can take to get to the communications tower. And it's as easy as that. Now, if you look at my mini-map, you see a guy there. If there isn't a guy there, the signal box will always be on the bottom. In this case, there is a guy there, so I've got to go up the tower until I find it. And it just so happens to be right at the very top for me. So there isn't a fast way to do this. You've just got to use your brain and learn how to do a bit of maths. Not that difficult. You should get this one done pretty easily. We're scoping out the basement, and as you can see, I put the bearer bonds. Now, the only other thing that you need to scope out, because we're doing it solo, is the office. You want to see if you get a painting. I do get a painting, which is awesome. And check the other side to see if you can get 2 paintings, because it will speed things up even more. But I only get 1 painting, so I do have to go to the airfield when I'm completing this. Now, as soon as you've scoped that out, come off your phone, and now you can actually leave the session and it will save. Only do that if you've completed the scope out before. If you haven't, you have to do all this again. Okay, so now we're back in the Casaca, and as you can see, we are at the bottom of the map. Usually we would move the Casaca over here, but for this first setup mission, I wouldn't move it just yet. Instead, you want to collect the long fin. Just like before, jump in your Sparrow and head over to the police station. You want to get close enough so that it spawns a couple of trucks, but not too close because you will get the police. If you have your own phantom wedge, you can also call that in. That's the fastest way, by calling your own phantom wedge in. As you can see 2 trucks and 1 truck on my minimap. The 1 truck on its own is a phantom wedge, so if you do want to go and get that, completely up to you. The way that I do this, it doesn't really require a phantom wedge, which is why I just get the 2 trucks, because they're usually closer. So the best way to do this bit is by actually getting your snacks out ready, because you might take a few bullets doing this, and reverse it all the way from here all the way to the long fin. Try and take out the police if you can with a few reverses. As you can see, our health went down pretty fast, so using the snacks can be important. And just like that, we have the long fin. As soon as you get to here, you want to get out of the truck, move away from the truck, and end your life. Now the reason we do that is because you lose the police instantly, and it's faster than actually just trying to get there and then trying to lose the police. A very cool tip if you're not doing this solo is if you have someone in the truck with you that's not in your MC, you can actually call Lester. and you will lose the police. And then just peacefully drive it to the docks. The reason why we didn't move our Kasaka just yet, because our spawn location is on Kasaka. As soon as you finish that mission, change lobby to take you straight back to the Kasaka. And before we do anything else, we do actually want to move it this time. So sit down in the chair, press fast travel, and head over to the beach. You want to drive it so that you actually beach it. The reason we do this is because the remaining missions are all in the city. So having the Kasaka as close to the city as possible is going to speed things up. Perfect. Now, if you have a Mark II oppressor, you can use this now if you really want. If it falls off the Kasaka, it's going to land on the beach. Next up, you want to go to equipment and you want to go to the cutting torch. The best way to do this one is instead of using the lift, get something that can fly and just go all the way to the top of this. It's going to save you a lot of time. If you're using a Sparrow like me, just park it up here. And on every construction site, not just this one, there's going to be a yellow helmet. Now, you don't have to use the yellow helmet. It just means that you're going to get detected. That's all. So by putting it on, it won't detect you and you're free to just run around and look for the cutting torch. Perfect. I just go back up to your Sparrow and head back to your Kasaka. The good thing about the Sparrow also, you don't have to get out. You can just hover over the top of it and enter. Next up is the fingerprint cloner. It's also worth mentioning that I have the safe codes and not the plasma cutter because I've got bearer bonds. I'm going to be unable to show you a faster way to get the plasma cutter. Having said that, it doesn't take long anyway, so you won't really be missing out on much. So this next one, there's cameras. You don't need to shoot them. A lot of people say you do. Honestly, you don't need to. It doesn't make much difference. I like to fire a grenade launcher over the top and then immediately run into this corner. That should kill everyone. In this case, it actually hasn't. That's one person, but it's only one guy. You can also fire a rocket launcher at that wall right there like this. That'll also kill everyone as well. This next one, you don't need to shoot the cameras again. And there's going to be no one in here, but the fingerprint cloner will always be in the same place. So just literally follow where I'm about to go. Now, when you exit here, there are going to be a couple of people after you. If you have a Mark II, you can get away pretty easily. In the Sparrow, just make sure you've parked it pretty close. And again, you can get away pretty easily, which is why I don't really bother with the cameras. It's not a big deal. With just 2 more setups to go, we move on to the next one on equipment. We've got the safe codes. Back to the Sparrow and let's head over to the casino. So now all you need to do is enter, but before you enter, make sure you punch that guy in the face because why would you not? If you don't own a penthouse, it's going to make you come down here and well, it's the same car every time. So always look for this yellow car right here and steal the master key. Fun fact, this car is from the GTA 6 trailer. Anyways, let's carry on. Let's go to the elevator. Now we just need to look for the 2 security guards which are guarding the door. There they are. You want to take them out silently. I just use a sniper because you can take them both out at the same time. Perfect. Make sure you put your weapons away before you enter. If you do this, you can enter silently. If you don't, you're going to be alerted instantly. Putting your weapons away means you can now search for the target without being detected. There he is. Perfect. So it gives me time to line up where I want to be and then just shoot him in the face. Instantly run over and get the safe codes. And the best way to escape is by throwing a grenade at the floor, believe it or not. Yep, ending your life again. Sometimes that will complete the mission completely and actually kick you out of the casino. I got unlucky. It didn't let me do that scenario. Instead, I've still got to carry on from out here, but it's still faster than trying to escape through the casino. I've jumped back in the Sparrow and head back over to the Kasaka once again. Last but not least, we've got one more setup mission to do. Let's go get some aggressor guns. I got lucky and I got a 707 Persepi. If it tells you to go to Merryweather, what you want to do is to take your spawn location to Kasaka and go into a new lobby. Keep doing that until you don't get Merryweather because that mission's going to take a long time. For this bit, you want to make sure you go to the roof. If you don't go to the roof, you can't enter stealthy. And who wants to run and gun, especially on this mission? Now, you don't actually need a suppressed weapon for this. I don't know why they don't notice you, but yeah, you just want to go around, shoot them in the face, one by one. The only time you need to shoot them quickly is when there's 2 stood together, because if you don't, then you will get detected. To be honest, getting detected on this makes 0 difference. The only thing I can't help you on is this part, because you need to have good eyes. Look at that for good eyes. Less than a second. I'm not joking, that never happens. Collect your weapons and exit the office back to the roof. Do not make the mistake of going to the floor. So for this next part, I'm not going to make any cuts. I am going to speed up some of the footage. We're going to see exactly how I do it. You want to make sure that you start at the main dock. And to be honest, nothing else matters. Escape point doesn't matter. Time of day doesn't matter. I just pick day because I like to be able to see better. Go ahead and start the Cayo Perico. So even though I pick day, I still get a stormy Cayo. Instantly, you want to be taking a left and heading over towards the airfield, which is right in front of me. Not far away at all. For this part, I like to reverse my boat because the amount of times my boat has just drifted off into the middle of the sea is too many to count. So reverse it this way, it won't drift off. Now, you don't have to kill this guard. I do kill him because why risk leaving him alive and getting caught? Just kill him. Nobody's going to detect him. Head inside to the airfield and collect your secondary loot that you need to get. Now, I do know that there is a painting for me waiting in the compound. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to get the secondary loot up here just so you can see me use this forklift if you've never seen it before. On this occasion, I won't have a full loot bag because I didn't have enough loot in the airfield. It is worth remembering that I do have a painting. I just decided for the video, I would show you how to get up top with the forklift, which is why I'm going to be leaving with less than a full loot bag. If I really wanted to, I could go to the main dock and get a bit more, but this is the fastest way to do Cayo, so I'm not going to do that. Now you want to head over to the drainage tunnel, which if you don't know where that is, on the map, it is marked right here. The best way to do this gate is by doing 2 green bars at a time. Go back and forth between them both until they're both done, and then go to the next 2, then the next 2, and then the next 2. Put it open and let's head into the compound. There are a few ways you can get to the office. The way I do it is by turning around instantly and running in this direction. Watch out for a guard that swoops this area. Also, there's a guard up here. Wait for him to turn around and head into that corner over there. And then just run up towards the office. I like to stealth up behind this wall and wait for this guard to pass and walk behind him. The reason I do that instead of killing him is because this game can be very, very buggy, and just killing someone which you know can't be detected and then they can still be detected because the game is buggy. So just avoid that scenario. Don't kill anybody. Right, now if you don't know how to do the hacks, what you want to do is get this screen right here, and you want to leave the top one, move the second one once to the right, the third one twice to the right, and the fourth one 3 times to the right, and that will complete it. And for the next one, get the first 5 like this, and do it the same again. 1 to the right, 2 to the right, 3 to the right, and 4 to the right. And third hack, do it again, but for the first 6. So leave the top one, 1 to the right, 2 to the right, 3 to the right, 4 to the right, and 5 to the right. Once you get used to it, you won't even have to do that anymore, and you'll be able to do all those hacks in about 30 seconds. So go and get the primary target. Here comes the exit. This can be a little tricky. Now you can leave this guard. I typically do shoot him though. Sometimes he drops a key, and if he does, you can go through that gate. If he doesn't, and you want to wait for that guard over there to pass by. As soon as he does, just run straight and jump over this balcony. Then jump up onto these stairs, and you're free to run towards the compound. Because I pressed exit towards the gates before he sees me, I don't get seen. Then kill this guy on the motorbike, take his motorbike, and follow exactly where I'm about to go. Try and jump as far as possible. And that was literally perfect because, as you can see, there's 3 mines on my screen. All you want to do is swim in between those 3 mines and then stop swimming. When you stop swimming, the game will automatically think you've done it. And that's it. That is the quickest way to do Cayo Perico solo. It would take you around 8 or 9 minutes, which is definitely really good considering you have to go to the airfield first. And like I said at the start of the video, I do know there is a way you can get gold. If you do want to see a video of that, let me know below. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.